Good evening, it's Kuro. Got a ranked game in my Shimakaze. Going over the matchmaking, the enemy team has a Bourgogne, double Kerr first, Des Moines, Guden, Lee, whatever, and Gearing. The map is Fault Line, 3-cap domination, and we're going to kick this one off with something I haven't done for a long time. Legendary mod F3 Shima. So 1DD matchmaking, a lot of this is going to be depending on the DD positioning in this battle, and there's going to be some real errors between where I position in the enemy DD positions. And why that's critical is these island chains really block off a lot of line of sight for the cruisers and battleships that are typically going to want to remain outside these islands until it's time to push. And if your enemy DDs are up in here, you end up losing a lot of your ability to spot, and also you lose a lot of your ability to push through here and cap. So I'm pushing up here to A, and I'm just I'm trying to settle on where I want my guns to, what direction I want my guns to face, because the position of my team, I don't really have anybody really pushing this way, so I'm turning my guns, so I'm going to be turning more towards the center of the map. But at this point, I just want to come up here, stop, and start getting some spots. And the reason why is the Des Moines. He's going to be able to push right into these islands. This is not a tier 10 map, but with rank, they like to throw us into, lower tier maps. And Des Moines radar on, what is this map, like tier 6? Something like that. 10 kilometers goes a long way. So I'm just pushing in here, and you're actually going to see, why the F3s get to be a really nice, self-defense tool here. Here, this Des Moines, he pops radar. It's me and my Shima and a Des Moines. He's gonna have fun trying to hit me. So I am just rolling out. Now he's put in a predicament. He either stops behind the islands or he's got to try to chase me. And if he chases me, he's gonna run into these F3s. And he ends up eating a torpedo, and in the meantime those torpedoes sucked him right in, and now my team's gonna free farm him. I do take a little bit of damage there, unfortunately. But at this point, the radar's down. I'm just waiting for the big hit. That Des Moines is starting to get worn down enough that I'm gonna just start shooting and help finish him off. And there we go. We're down. Well, the enemy team's down their radar cruiser, and we're getting some spots. We've got double battleship here. We've got the Golden Lee pushing in here, and we've got somebody that's just kind of wasting a ship, and we can obviously tell the enemy DD went to C cap. So I'm going to get spun around and push in here to A cap. I'm not wild about my Schieffelin pushing in like this, because Gearing can torp across this map, but also he's into a 2-on-1. If these guys are, play this well, these double Kerfers should just eat this Schieffelin alive. So it is critical for me to get up there where I can support this Schieffelin. Get spots on enemy Gearing. He's still hanging out towards C. That tells me that I can rotate more towards B cap safely. And unfortunately, these island chains just not gonna be in a position where I can be getting torpedoes on these battleships. They can play around these islands so much that, you know, it's they have the advantage in setting up the geometry for where they want to position and win, that it becomes rather difficult to get torpedoes into the game, at least until they clear these island chains. So we help pick up a cap. Now we're not gonna hang out here because these guys can just hang out here and do nothing, and I'm not really down for that. So I'm just gonna throw some torpedoes back in over here and just roll. Getting ready to step on B cap. You can see the Kerfurst, he's not even going where I thought he was going. Get another spot on the enemy gearing. We're just gonna go ahead and take B cap. There's no radar in here, there's no CVs, so I can be really aggressive with my positioning in here. And I mean, the benefits of F3 torpedoes with legendary is 39 seconds I'm having that rack of torpedoes back. So that's very nice when it comes to getting some torpedo DPM into the game. Now I haven't really had a lot of opportunities yet because we haven't entered that critical phase where the enemy team's really going to start pushing, but you do not want to be pushing into an F3 Shima. So I've got my cruiser here, this Napoli, he's in trouble. You can see all these ships out here going to be farming him. Throwing some torpedoes out, see if I can help him out clearing this gearing out. But ultimately, this guy, he needs to smoke up and bail out of here or he's gonna die. And unfortunately, with him shooting, I think that he's in a predicament that he's pretty much gonna be toast. So we saw a big hit on that gearing. That's going to be really nice in a little bit. If we have to face that gearing, we should be able to use our HP to trade rather effectively. Now my Wooster, he's making a bad decision pushing up into that smoke. He's got all sorts of things coming in his face, and this whole side of the map is going to get pushed. You can start to see that it's starting to line up here. So I'm finally in a position where I can be getting some torpedo DPM off, and you can see the enemy gearing, he's up north. I'm moving into a position where I'm kind of expecting him to come to B cap. That's a dead Bourgogne. F3s, baby. But ultimately, we're not going to be able to stop this push here. That Bourgogne was able to nuke the Worcester. The Napoli, he's just going to get ground down. He can't really win this fight against all of these ships. So 27 seconds for torpedoes. I'm starting to think that this gearing is actually going to A cap, and that's critical because that takes this gearing out of my concerns for a good period of time that it's going to take for him to sail all the way down here and to cap A. So that's going to give me an opportunity to throw some torpedoes down here, help out. But ultimately, this Napoli, he's a lost cause. kind of laying out a fan spread of torpedoes. Unfortunately, it's a bad angle. Plus, there's a Kurfürst that is pushing. He probably has hydro. We got 10 seconds till I can get a smoke up. But we're 3-3 with, we do have a points lead. And now we're down a ship. And we're not going to be able to stop this push. My Kurfürst is down here. And I'm actually not opposed to that position because he's just one ship. If he wanted to, I'd sit here and spot and let him shoot right over the islands and everything. And go from there. But at this point, I'm going to push over here, see if I can assassinate this gearing. And not eat a bunch of damage from his support right now. So that's why I'm being real cautious about shooting right now, because the gearing's got his smoke up. I don't want to have to waste this smoke right now. I want to save this smoke for disengaging once I've killed the gearing. There we go. We've got the gearing spotted. Make sure that there's no more smoke coming off him. Here we go. Thought that I had him with that shot, but nope. There we go. Finally bagged him. And we're able to disengage with that smoke. And everybody and their sister is throwing shots our way. Unfortunately, my Kurfürst, he pushed right into 3 separate ships, and I'm in a 2-on-1 now. So, it's not the end of the world, but the situation is really dire. This cruiser is really going to make things difficult. So I'm pushing through here, trying to see if I can get a good torpedo angle. I threw that first shot, seeing if I could bait this this Lee into turning all the way in hard, and that's exactly what I think happened. I think he's running hydro. He's got a relatively long rudder. He committed his ship when he saw those torpedoes one way, and then walked into a double rack where one of them just hits him on the bow. That's a flood. Just waiting till I can see his ship again. I do pick up the cap here. Get my guns on target. We're gonna start opening up. And I'm just trying to stay hard to hit here. I do have some HP to trade, but I'm looking for that fire. I need that fire right here for me to have any chance of this. I do have to repair my gun. There's the fire. Dodge the bombers. Gonna just help this guy burn out quicker. There we go. And at this point, I should win this. The Kurfürst, he's probably got hydro up. He's gonna be able to push into A cap, but at this point, I should win this on a kill. So I'm not in the best position. He knows exactly where I'm at right now, so I'm just gonna chill out. I'm gonna hold my torpedoes because he probably has hydro up, and instead I'm going to disengage to the north. And now he's gonna have a guessing match. He knows that I just left this alley, but did I go south? Did I go north? And I'm kind of factoring in on he's going to feel safest turning towards the north. And I'm going to come up here and just get kind of close to this island because I do have a 6-kilometer hydro that I need to worry about. But what's in my advantage is F3 torpedoes. They're just so fast that a Kurfürst, even with hydro, he's going to be eating some torpedoes if I can catch his broadside. So you can see I'm not hugging this island. If I was full HP, I'd just go in there and just YOLO him, but that's not the case. And you can see the turn that he's just started, and I was just walking those torpedoes right in there, and he's going full speed right now, so the only thing he can do is try to slow down, but I got those things so stacked in there that see you later. That's a good fat boat. So the real lesson right there is don't panic when you're down to the wire like that. If I would have tried to make something happen from inside that channel, I probably would lose this game. Just because 3 caps, I don't have the time to wait around for the torpedoes to load again while he runs off, and it would just be a nightmare. So take the time, do the job right, and get it done. So, legendary Shima with F3s. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like to join the community Discord, a link will be in the video description, as will the build that I use for the game. And if you would like to support the channel, a link to my Patreon account. Hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you later.